Hello everyone, this is Cupofredstone, and I'm here to show off my Mancala machine. This machine is quite huge and complicated, and it took me a while to make, but since I finished it, I'm here to show it off and show you all the awesome features and gameplay it has. We're not going to be doing a full game though. What we're going to do, I'm just going to show you the main features of it, such as like capturing and turn resetting and things like that, just because of a full game would be too long and take up too much of the video when I want to really show off the redstone and all that, because you can get the idea just off me showing you the features. And let's kick it over to a little bit of gameplay. Okay, and now for the gameplay. Let's first to get it started. I did a little bit differently this one, as there you just press it and it stays on, and then you can either press it to unready, I guess you could say, or the machine will automatically make you unready when it starts. So I'm gonna use my magic compass to go over to black and get the game started. As you can see, I get a huge lag spike when it first starts, just because of there's at least 132 pistons, I think it was, moving simultaneously, so there's going to be a little bit of lag when it first starts, regardless of how good your computer is. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to just start it off by just showing you a regular move. It's probably not the best move to choose for showing, but as you can see, it reset that, and then it's going to start distributing it one by one by one. The render distance in Minecraft for how long it takes is kind of crappy, so it's going to take a while for it to render a lot of the times. And since it didn't land in anything special, it's white's turn. Alright, for white, I'm going to show you the turn resetting. So first I'm going to choose this second box right here, and it's going to go 5, land in the scoring zone, and if it finishes in the scoring zone, then your turn gets renewed. So let me show you that real quick. It's going to take a while for the green piece to render. Yeah, there it is. But as you can see, it's white's turn again since I finished in the scoring zone. And for this one, I'm just going to choose a random piece. I'll do this one. So you can see it just counts over one by one until it counts all 5 of them. 5, and then it's the other person's turn. Use my magic compass back over to black. And now I'm going to show you probably the coolest feature in this, by far the most complicated feature in this, and it's going to be the capturing system. So I'm going to choose this last square over here, and that's going to count 5 and land in this empty square right here at the end. And then those 5 pieces right there are all going to be sent to the black scoring zone. Alright, so let's choose this. As you can see, it's distributing them one by one, as always. I probably could have made it distribute all at once, but that wouldn't have given it the Mancala game feel. And as you see, I stopped right there, and it's gonna take a second or two for it to render, because of you see it reset, and then it put the 5 in there. So now that one has 6, while that one's empty, and then it turns it to white. That's basically all the features. I'll do a couple more turns just so you can see. I'm gonna, for this turn, I'm gonna go down and just hover over the game board, like right over there, so you can see it move up close. So I'll choose this one, and let me use my compass down there. see, reset, then add one, add one, add one, scoring zone, and then add one, and add one more, and that's all 6. Alright, now I'm going to give you a preview of the redstone, so let's kick it off to down there. And now for the redstone. As you can see, there's a lot of colors and a lot of redstone. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a quick fly through of all the redstone, and then I'm going to go through and explain what each color's primary function is. This machine took me a while to make. A lot of it was because of I couldn't use my cheater tools because all of it's so close together that you can't really use a world edit too much when you're actually making it, because you end up messing up something or cutting out something that you weren't intending of cutting out. So majority of this is actually hand placed, except for like the red pieces right here. A lot of that's all world edited, and that would be hell to hand place all of that. And then we also have some wiring under here. Quite a bit actually under here. Not as much as on top though. Alright, and now for the explanations. First things first is the red portion. And they're very unique, as in they're my own design and they've never been used before in anything else. Their primary functions are to hold the memory for all of the game pieces, excluding the scoring zones, in addition to being able to count up by 1 in binary and send how many pieces it has in it to the purple, which I'll go to later. And now for the blue section. The blue section's essentially the same thing as the red, except for instead of being for the game board, it's for the scoring zones. And as you can see, it's much bigger because it needs the additional memory because of how much more capacitance it's going to require. An additional feature to the blue is going to be the adders. And basically what the adders do, it takes the amount you already have in your scoring zone to the amount that you're capturing, and it just adds them together and changes the memory to that sum. Other than that, that's basically all the blue does. It was a pretty easy section to do other than the adding in. And on to the next section. And now for the purple section. This section's primary purpose is to pulse for the exact amount of times as the input it receives. So for example, let's say it receives a 9, which would be a 1, 0, 0, 1. So it would take that in and time it out perfectly and then send it into this huge purple section. And what this would do, this would count down exactly 9 times, sending pulses out through this right here. And that's what operates this the red sections, which makes them distribute the pieces correctly. And that's basically all the purple section does. It's a very small section, even though it was a really big pain in the ass to make. Alright, and now for the yellow section. This section has 2 primary purposes. One, it handles the inputs from the users, in addition to handling whose turn it is. It was probably the hardest section to actually do in this whole thing, just because there's so much timing and all of that type of stuff that it just took forever to get it all worked out. And as you can see, it's pretty damn huge. It spans throughout the whole entire machine, and other than that, there's really not that much to it. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't want to flip my own boat here, but this is probably the section I'm most proud of, just because of how complex it is and how I actually got it to work. And now for the pink section. The pink section's primary purpose is the capturing. It's pretty big also. Not very much wiring in it, but it spans basically the whole thing. And this section was as, if not more, complicated than the yellow, which kind of contradicts what I was saying before, but it was still quite a big deal when I was making it. It was really difficult to make and just took a lot of thinking out and planning and that type of stuff. That's basically it for the pink section, just the capturing. And on to the cyan section. The cyan section, same kind of thing. It's really simple. All it really is the starting and finishing system, so it's not that much. And the gray section right here that leads over to the sides is just the wind animation, so that's really nothing big, not really worth explaining much more than saying it's the wind animation. Other than that, that's basically all the wiring other than the green, which is the display hookups. That's basically it for all the wiring. I'll probably do a more detailed video at some other time explaining each individual piece by piece by piece, and that'll probably be a really long video. I might include a annotation somewhere around at the end of this video, probably in the description also, but that's gonna be something for another time. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you ever want to stop by the server, feel free. I'll leave a link to the server website down below. If you have any questions, comments, or requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll get them answered as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.